In front of me is a Motorola Moto G100, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. So to get started, we're going to begin with the dark theme, which basically turns the entire device into this dark mode. Now it can be found under settings, specifically under the display section. We have this toggle right over here, and you can toggle it on and off permanently with this, or you can also tap on the text, and this will allow you to set up a schedule so the device will turn on and off the dark mode, basically giving you the ability to have it on during the daytime and having it off during the nighttime, or other way around, but that other way around doesn't really make sense. I believe the light mode during the daytime is the better option, because let's be honest, during the daytime and like sunlight, it's easier to see your display when it's basically bright, and during the nighttime, obviously, probably you don't want to have your irises blasted with pure white light, so dark mode will be way better then. But anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is the Attentive display option. Now it is also located under the display, just you need to select the advanced and it will then expand the list and show you the Attentive display right here. Now what this does is basically uses the front-facing cameras to detect if you're looking at the device, and if it detects that you are, it will keep the screen on. So this will be bypassing the screen timeout. So you could have it set to be, as an example, a ridiculous 1 second or something like that, assuming you even can do that. And as long as you're looking at the display, it will keep it on. The moment you stop looking at it, it will then toggle on that countdown of, in this case, 1 second, like I mentioned, and it will automatically just lock the device after that moment. No, what we got? Oops, you need to hold your phone directly screen. Okay, so I need to look at the thing. So let's say turn on. Okay, so it turns on when you're looking at it. Because it was laying down and I'm like right there, it didn't really detect a face, so it failed to toggle in. So make sure you're looking at the phone when you're toggling it on. Now moving on to the next option, it's just a simple split screen, which can be accessed by going into your recent applications and then tapping on this icon. Well, not specifically this one, but you get the point, like any kind of icon. Now some applications will not support split screen. As an example, this one is one of those applications, but majority of the apps should support it, as you can see. When you tap on it, it will open up the first app that you open up in split screen right at the top, and then it gives you options to open up other applications that are in your recent. And if an app that you want to split screen with isn't in your recent recently opened application, you can simply go home and find it on your home screen or in your app tray, whatever the case may be. You can tap on it, and voila, we're now split screening with the two different apps. And when it comes down to closing it, you can go home and then just get rid of this by sliding it up or down and going home. It really doesn't matter, as long as you basically either slide one of the apps fully out and close the other one, or do it the other way around. So moving on to the next option, it's going to be the display refresh rate, which again, it's under settings and display section right here. When you select advanced, you should be able to find it somewhere here. There we go. Display refresh rate, I don't know, I believe it might be set to auto by default, but you have, as you can see, two different options, 60 and 90. So the auto one uses AI to always show the optimal refresh rate, meaning that if you're looking at an image, it will drop the refresh rate, and if you're looking at something that can be scrolled and benefit from this the 90 Hertz, it will bump it up to 90. Now additionally, you can always hard cap it to 90, though I wouldn't say that this is the best option. The auto one will be probably better, because the phone will define which option or what time the high refresh rate is needed and when it's not. But for the people that want to preserve battery life, 60 will probably be the better option, just because a high refresh rate will consume more battery. Well, things like 60 does not. It's just a typical refresh rate. And I will add a little caveat that I might be wrong about it in a way, because auto, like I mentioned, does drop refresh rate lower, but some phones drop it below 60 up to like 10 or maybe even 2 Hertz. So that option will give you way better battery life. but here it might drop it from 90 to 60, meaning that you don't really get any additional power saving. It just switches from one to another. So if you're planning to preserve battery, probably 60 Hz will be the go-to option for you. For everybody else that wants to just get best of both worlds, a smooth refresh rate and still semi-okay battery life, then go with the auto. And now moving on to the last option which I wanted to show you, it's going to be the gesture navigation, which you can simply find under settings and scroll down to system, select gestures, and you will find a or system navigation 3-button nav, and we have also the gesture navigation right here. So you can see it turns on this bar right here, and the way it works is you swipe up on it to go home, swipe up and hold to go to recent, and then swipe from either side to go back. So there's the back, there is the recent, and then there's the home. Fairly easy to use, and honestly, in my opinion, it's looking way cleaner on the device, and also it's more pleasant to use when it comes down to like going back with the back gesture from either side of the display. So highly recommend that. But this would conclude all the tweaks that I wanted to show you, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.